Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be doing a reaction video. YouTube. I'm going to do this. I hope you enjoy all these videos. Guys, I just want you to know this is not some kind of random level. What the heck? Don't such an idiot. Doing by mistake. Just stole this concept. What the heck? You can do that? I didn't know that. I've never seen that. That doesn't even look like a level. Okay. Don't know what that was. But go do another one. This. Let's see. What the heck? You can get that guy? I want that guy. Oh, what? What the heck? Try out. Whoa, guys. This has to be. What? This is incredible, guys. This is. I've never. This is jumper, so I don't remember the last one. Oh my god, time machine. Guys, I've never seen none of this. Toe. This is electric dynamic. This one is. I don't know what this one is. I'm on phone. So I can only go for this. What the hell? I do not know what just happened. One more, because I have time to. I'm gonna do this. What is this? I think I watched this. No, I've never. Who the heck is that guy? He has a big butt. Hold on, let me check how long this video is.
You boys new around here?
I'm A&W Pop-Tart. And I'm Orange Crush Pop-Tart.
Well then, 2 big swigs on me.
She was really...
Can't hold your soda, boys.
I don't know what that is, but Let's skip up to here.
Needed more reasons to dislike The Miz. His finisher kinda sucks. While the theory of the move may be sound, it's in the execution where you realize how bad it is. While driving your opponent's face into the mat, the attacker isn't protecting his own face at all, ensuring that the attacker could KO himself as well. Perhaps it would be better if a super heavyweight used this move, but since its main users are Jeff Jarrett and The Miz, the full Nelson face crusher fails as a finisher. Saxtonation. Could someone please explain to the world what in the blue hell this move is? Saxton, you have a live mic every Monday. Help us out here. Before he became the butt of everyone's jokes on Monday Night Raw, Saxton was a wrestler on the original version of NXT. He was forgettable for the most part, but his finishing move has fans baffled to this day. It starts as a half Nelson, morphs into a face crusher, but at the last second turns into a side effect. As a skateboarding move, 10 on 10. Wrestling move, not even a 1. The check into the boards. We get it, Goon. You're a hockey player. The Goon was a former hockey player who got rejected by the NHL because he was too violent. He may have been too violent for hockey, but he seemed too tame for WWE, as his finisher was an anemic tackle into the ring apron. Yes, we said ring apron, meaning he won his matches via countout. Not that he would ever be in one, but what if he was in a title match? Airplane spin. We love us some Daniel Bryan, but not even the Yes-Man could get us to respect this move. Bryan would bust out the move on occasion throughout his career, but never used it as a finisher. Longtime WWE announcer Gorilla Monsoon did, though. Before Monsoon was screaming about miscarriages of justice, Monsoon was one of the most feared villains in the 1960s. He looked the part, but his finisher was a damn airplane spin. Making your opponent really dizzy shouldn't be a finisher for a 300-pound-plus hairy monster. Samoan Spike. You wouldn't suspect a raving Samoan lunatic to have the accuracy required to aim a thumb into the neck of an opponent. Umaga did, though, and while it's quite a feat, it's a shame that it looks so awful. Strike finishers are already difficult to make work, but this one is particularly bad because a thumb isn't exactly a strong joint on your body. Umaga's thumb should have been broken every time he did this move, but it miraculously never did. Knockout punch. Big Show's knockout punch makes complete sense as a way to pin an opponent. If anyone took a clean punch from Big Show, their lights would be turned off for a long time. If pro wrestling was a pure sport, then it would be great, but it isn't. Punches are a dime a dozen in the business of pro wrestling, so why would Big Show just not throw one of these at the start of the match and be done with it? Brain chop. For someone with such a limited moveset, Great Khali had quite a few finishers through his WWE career. He had the head vice submission, which was unique and suited his giant status, and the Punjabi plunge, which was decent. His final one was unbelievably lazy. It's a karate chop. Seriously, it's a damn chop thrown like a child who watched his first Bruce Lee movie. At least we don't have to see it anymore. Big ending. After being placed on Big E's massive shoulder, the New Day's muscle drops down to the mat, and we suppose the idea is that the opponent's face takes the brunt of the impact. Instead, though, it looks like Big E himself takes most of the damage. It works when in tandem with a DDT from a tag partner, but on its own, it's a big disappointment. The Worm. People give Hogan's leg drop and the People's Elbow a lot of crap, and while they're not great, the Worm is bad for all the same reasons as those two, and then some. For starters, the guy performing the move is the lightweight Scotty 2 Hotty. Secondly, Hotty takes at least 30 seconds between performing the move, before finally landing a pathetic chop. Put next to the comparatively short times of the People's Elbow and leg drop, that's awful. Yet somehow, it was over with fans. Hyperdrive. Everybody loves everything about NXT, right? Well, even NXT fans will say Mojo Rawley isn't very good, and his finisher is concentrated 100% pulp-free garbage. For some reason, he came up with a combination of Naomi's rear view and the weakest bonsai drop in history. Take 1 week finisher, right? Well, even NXT fans will say Mojo Rawley isn't very good, and his finisher is concentrated 100% pulp-free garbage. For some reason, he came up with a combination of Naomi's rear view and the weakest bonsai drop in history. Take 1 week finisher and another, which only works if you're 400 plus pounds, and you get one of the single worst finishes ever. And that's our list. Was there any terrible finishes that we missed? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to The Sportster. See you next time!
That was just terrible. Goodbye, guys.